Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. A lot to do, but not a lot of time. So we have MLB, soccer, WNBA, U.S. Open, NFL defensive end rankings, a portfolio pick, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight's slate. Interesting results for sure. What the weird thing is it keeps coming up June 26th, but that's because that was the day of that makeup game with the Blue Jays and Boston. Here we go. So the makeup game, Blue Jays over the Red Sox 4-1, doubleheader. Game 1, Royals over the Guardians 4-3, Cubs over the Pirates 18-8. What an ass-kicking performance by the Cubs. Phillies with a big 3-2 win in 10 over the Astros on a walk-off single by Bryce Harper. Yankees over the Nationals 5-2. Royals over the Guardians 9-4 doubleheader. Game 2, so best bet easily wins. The Royals pretty much do it by themselves. Blue Jays over the Red Sox 7-3. Braves over the Twins 10-6. Padres over the Cardinals 7-4. Tigers over the White Sox 6-3. Rockies over the Marlins 3-2. And the Mariners over the Rays 5-1. All right, all-night games tonight, 6:40. Angels, Tigers, Johnny Cueto, and Brant Hunter. The Tigers better be a favorite here. Minus 162. That's a big number, though. Angels are plus 136, over under 9.5. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 146. Tigers minus 1.5 plus 122. I like the over. Johnny Cueto's like the Corbin, automatic over. Cubs, Pirates, Justin Steele and Jared Jones. Cubs minus 122. Pittsburgh plus 104, over under 8. Overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Cubs minus 1.5 plus 138. Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 166. I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 104 for the sole purpose of this screams letdown for the Cubs. If the Cubs win this, they're going to be over 500 for the first time in a while, if not all season. So I'm going to go with the Pirates plus 104. TBS tonight, Astros, Phillies, Justin Verlander and Aaron Nola. So it's a throwback pitching matchup in a way. Phillies minus 148, Astros plus 126, over under 9. Overs even money, unders minus 122. Astros plus 1.5 is minus 164. Phillies minus 1.5 plus 136. I'm going to go with the dog here, too, in the Astros at plus 126. Only because I feel like this is like a throwback, I'm Justin Verlander type of spot against a big-time team. So I'm going with the Astros plus 126. Royals, Guardians, Michael Lorenzen and Gavin Williams. Guardians minus 158. The Royals plus 134, over under 9. Overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 152. Guardians minus 1.5 plus 126. I'm going to go with the over, although I do like the Royals too. But I'm going to go with the over just so I play it safe here. A's, Reds, Mitch Spence and TBD. Reds minus 144. A's plus 122, over under 9.5, minus 10 each way. A's plus 1.5 is minus 160. Reds minus 1.5 plus 132. Tough one, but I'm going to go with the under because I just don't trust either offense. 6:45, Yankees, Nationals, Garrett Cole and Patrick Corbin. Ooh, talk about a mismatch if there ever was one. But at the same time, probably a pitching rematch of the 2019 World Series. Yanks minus 235, Nats plus 194, over under 9, overs even money, unders minus 122. Yanks minus 1.5 is minus 56, Nats plus 1.5 is plus 130. I'm going with the over and even money. You guys know that. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays, Red Sox. Yariel Rodriguez and Cooper Criswell. Red Sox minus 146, Jays plus 124, over under 9.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Jays plus 1.5 is minus 62, Red Sox minus 1.5 plus 134. This Jays lineup has been on fire. So I'm going to actually take them here at plus 124 to get within 2 of 500. The AL East is freaking great. 7:30, Braves, Twins. Spencer Schwellenbach and Simeon Woods Richardson. Braves minus 112, Twins minus 104, over under 8.5, overs even money, unders minus 122. Braves -1.5 plus 140. Twins +1.5 is -70. This is kind of a toss-up spot, but I'm going to go with the slight home dog here in the Twins at -104. Woods Richardson's been a little bit better than Schwellenbach this year. 7:45, Dylan Cease and Miles Mikolas. Padres -142, Cards +120, over under 8, overs -114, unders -106. Padres -1.5 plus 120, Cards +1.5 is -144. This is a hard one. And Miles Mikolas just isn't good anymore, so I'm going to go with the over. 8 o'clock, Giants Brewers. Logan Webb and Tobias Myers. Brewers -116, Giants -102, over under 7.5, overs -122, unders even money. Giants -1.5 plus 58, Brewers +1.5 is -194. I'm going to go with the Brewers at -116. Rangers White Sox, Andrew Heaney and Garrett Crochet. Rangers -154, White Sox +130, over under 8.5, overs -114, unders -106. Rangers -1.5 plus 105, White Sox +1.5 is -126. Over. 8:30, Marlins Rockies. Ruderi Munoz and Cal Quantrill. Rockies -152, Marlins +128, over under 11, overs -115, unders -105. Marlins +1.5 is -154, Rockies -1.5 plus 128. I'm going to go with the under because I don't like either of these teams' offenses. 9:30, Mets Diamondbacks. Sean Manaea, Eduardo Rodriguez. D-backs -116, Mets -102, over under 8.5, -10 each way. Mets -1.5 plus 158, D-backs +1.5 is -94. I'm going to go with the over in this one. Rays Mariners, Jeffrey Springs and Logan Gilbert. Mariners -148, Rays +126, over under 6.5, overs -114, unders -106. Rays +1.5 is -76, Mariners -1.5 plus 146. I'm going to go with the over. That is just so low. And then 10 o'clock, best series of the week, O's Dodgers, Cole Irvin, Jack Flaherty. Dodgers -198, O's +166, over under 8.5, overs -118, unders -104. O's +1.5 is -26, Dodgers -1.5 plus 105. I'm going to go with the under, but I do not feel strong about it. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll go over results of note from yesterday and look ahead to today. I know we do have La Liga today. And we do have Pro League today, too. All right, Serie A from yesterday. Cagliari Como 1-1 drawn. Juventus over Verona 3-0. La Liga, Villarreal over Celta Vigo 4-3. And then today at 1 o'clock, you have Mallorca and Sevilla. Mallorca +140, Sevilla +210. The draw is 2-1. I'm going to go with Mallorca at home +140. And at 3:30 is Rayo Barcelona. Barcelona's -175, Rayo +40, draw +290. Barcelona should be good here. I'm going to do both teams to score yes at -118. So the Pro League today, we have 11:45. You have Al Fateh and Al Ali. Ali's -235. Fateh's +425. The draw's +350. That's ESPN Bet. I don't have those matches on FanDuel, unfortunately. So we're going over 3.5 goals +105. Al Faya and Al Nasser 2. Al Nasser -850. Al Faya is 10-1. The draw's +675. I'm going to go under 3.5 goals at even money. And at 2 o'clock, Al Raid and Al Qadisha. Al Qadsiya's -180. Al Raid's +375. Draws +270. Tough one, but I'm actually going to go with the draw +270 for that one. DFB Pokal today. First round, 2:45. Ruben Munster and Stuttgart at 2:45. FanDuel doesn't have this. ESPN Bet does. Stuttgart's minus 430. Prusen's 9-1. The draw's 5-1. Stuttgart should win. I'm going to do under 3.5 goals, minus 116. U.S. Open Cup semifinals tonight. So 8 o'clock, you have KC and Indy 11. KC minus 50, Indy 11's 5-1. The draw's plus 370. KC's going to roll, I think, over 3.5 goals, even money. And then a great one at 10:30 tonight, Seattle and LAFC. So that's weird that isn't on FanDuel. ESPN Bet though, Seattle plus 50, LAFC plus 75, the draws plus 30. I have to go LAFC. They're a big game team. I know they just lost in the other tournament in the Leagues Cup, but I'm going to take them here at plus 175. All right, so UEFA Champions League qualifying today at 3 o'clock, Galatasaray and Young Boys. Galatasaray minus 330, Young Boys plus 650, the draws plus 430. Young Boys leads 3-2 on aggregate. Galatasaray should win. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at minus 108. RB Salzburg and Dynamo Kyiv. Salzburg leads 2-0 on aggregate. Salzburg's minus 175. Dynamo's plus 380, and the draw is 3-1. Salzburg's going to win. I'm going to do over 3.5 goals plus 128. And then Sparta and Malmo. Sparta minus 115, Malmo plus 270, draw plus 260. Sparta leads 2-0 in aggregate. They should win here. I'm going to take them at minus 115. And then we have the Carabao Cup today. A lot of matchups. I'm going to do them as quickly as possible. So, 2:15, Borough-Stoke. Borough minus 165, Stoke plus 380, and the draw is 3-1. I'm going to go with the draw at 3-1. 2:45, Blackburn and Blackpool. Blackburn's minus 185, Blackpool's plus 420. The draw is 3-1. Blackburn should win this. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals at plus 104. Brighton and Crawley Town. Brighton's minus 950. Crawley Town is 15-1. The draw is 7-1. Over 3.5 goals, minus 118. Don't feel strong about it, though. This is the second round, by the way. Coventry, Oxford, United. Coventry minus 200. Oxford's plus 490. The draw is plus 310. For this one, I'm going to do under 2.5 goals, plus 110. Fleetwood Town and Rotherham. Rotherham's plus 120. Fleetwood's plus 195. The draw's plus 240. I'm going to go with the draw plus 240. Grimsby Town and Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield minus 170. Grimsby 4-1. The draw's plus 280. I think Sheffield wins. The pick for the show, though, under 2.5 goals, minus 104. Harrogate and Preston. Preston minus 195. Harrogate plus 450. And the draw is 3-1. I'm going to go with the draw at 3-1. Leicester, Tranmere. Lee Heister's minus 700. Trent Mears 13-1. The draws plus 550. For this one, I'm going to go over 3.5 goals minus 106. Millwall and Leyton Orient. Millwall's minus 160. Orient's plus 370. The draws plus 280. Draw plus 280. Watford Plymouth. Watford minus 185. Plymouth plus 390. Draws plus 310. Over 3.5 goals plus 136. Walsall and Huddersfield. Huddersfield minus 125. Walsall plus 280. Draw plus 270. I'm going with the draw plus 270. Both these teams are playing well. Shrewsbury and Bolton. Bolton minus 145. Shrewsbury plus 360. Draw plus 270. I'm going to under 2.5 goals at minus 102. QPR Luton. QPR plus 150. Luton plus 160. Draw plus 220. I have to go QPR plus 150. Luton's not played well lately. They've lost 4 of their last 5, and the one they didn't lose, they drew. Barrow Derby. Derby minus 145. Barrow plus 350. Draw plus 270. I'm going to draw plus 270. Barnsley, Sheffield United. Sheffield minus 130. Barnsley plus 280. Draw plus 270. I think Sheffield wins. Minus 130 is a good price. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals plus 114. Everton, Doncaster. Everton minus 40. Doncaster 9-1. The draw is 5-1. For this one, I'm going to do over 3.5 goals plus 114. Birmingham, Fulham. Oh, that's at 3 o'clock. Fulham minus 185. Birmingham plus 420. The draw is 3-1. I'm going with the upside with Birmingham plus 420. Crystal Palace, Norwich City. Crystal Palace minus 390. Norwich 8-1. The draw is plus 440. Palace should win that going away. Over 3.5 goals plus 138 is going to be the pick. All right, so that's it for Carabao Cup for today, as well as the rest of the soccer. Now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight. Fever over the Dream, 84-79. Liberty over the Mercury, 84-70. Mystics over the Storm, 74-72. So that's a pretty big upset. And then tonight, 8 o'clock, NBA TV, Aces Wings. I'm just going to pull up the number real quick. The Aces are giving 8.5. Totals 180.5. I'm going to go with the under. That's a very high number for a WNBA game, so I really like the under. All right, now move on to the U.S. Open tennis. We have a lot to get to. We'll go over the results of yesterday and look ahead to all the matches for today. So men's first round from yesterday. 2-seed Novak Djokovic over Radu Albat in 3 sets. Tellen Grieksborg over Sumit Nagal in 3 sets. Arthur Cazot over Pablo Carreno Busta in 3 sets. Laszlo Djere over Jen Leonard Struff in 5. 20-seed Francis Tiafoe over Alexander Kozovic in 4. 21-seed Sebastian Baez over Luciano Darderi in 4. Brandon Nakashima over 15-seed Holger Rune in 3. Rini Hijikata over Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in 4. Arthur Rinderek over Chris Eubanks in 5. Alexander Shevchenko over Dominic Kofer in 4. 19 Grigor Dimitrov over Kyron Jaquet in 3. Alexandre Mueller over Adam Walton in 4. Gail Monfils over Diego Schwartzman in 4. Thomas Echeverry over Giovanni Breaker in 3. Miomir Keknovic over Yasuhito Nishioka in 5 and a walkover. 2019 Francisco Cerundolo over Sebastian Offner in 4. 18 Lorenzo Musetti over Riley Opelka in 4. 32 seed Jiri Lecheka over Martin Fuskevitz in 4 and a walkover. 12 seed Taylor Fritz over Camilo Ugo Carabelli in 3. 6 seed Andre Rublev over Thiago Seyboth Wild in 3. Pedro Martinez over Max Kansankawi in 5. 28 seed Alexei Paparin over SW Kwan in 3. 8 seed Casper Rudd over Bu Yankachidi in 3. Matteo Berrettini over Albert Ramos Vinolas in 3. 13 seed Ben Shelton over Dominic Time in 3. 4 seed Alexander Zverev over Maximilian Martyr in 4. JC Shang over 27 seed Alexander Bublik in 5. 17 seed Hugo Humbert over Thiago Monteiro in 3. Roberto Batista Agut over Luca Nardi in 3. Roberto Cabello Baena over John Choinsky in 5. Mitchell Kruger over Hugo Greener in 4. Francisco Kamsanana over Dominic Stefan Streaker in 4. And cancel was Emil Ruusuvuori in 4 seed Alexander Zverev. All right, today coming up at 11 o'clock, 11 seed Stefanos Tsitsipas and Thanasi Kakanakis. Constant Listine and Jordan Thompson. Tristan Skulkate and Taro Daniel. Timothy Skotov and 7 seed Hubert Hurkacz. Jacob Mensik and 19 seed Felix Alcaraz Salame. 22 seed Alejandro Tabilo and David Goffin. Mariano Navane and Daniel Altmaier. 12-15 Fabio Fognini and Thomas Michak. Dan Evans and 23 seed Karen Kakdavab. Otto Veteran and Quentin Halys. Elliot Spaziri and Alex Mickelson. Bona Koric and Adrian Manarino. Nino Borges and Federico Coria. 1 o'clock, Matthew Forbes and Roman Safulin. ZZ Zhang and 25 seed Jack Draper. 1 seed Jannik Sinner and Mackenzie McDonald. 130, 10 seed Alex Demeter and Marcos Giron. Dusan Lajovic and 5 seed Daniil Medvedev. 215, Max Purcell and Alexander Vucic. Corentin Motet and 16 seed Sebastian Korda. 30 seed Matteo Arnaldi and Zachary Spajda. Facundo Acosta and Hugo Gaston. 24 seed Arthur Fils and Leonard Etienne. Denis Shapovalov and Botic van de Zandschulp. 330 Fabian Mazeran and Hamad Medjevic. Zazu Bergs and Pavel Kotov. Jaume Munar and Gabriel Diallo. 31 seed Flavio Kaboli and James Duckworth. Chris O'Connell and 2016 Nicholas Jarry. Mateo Bellucci and Stan Wawrinka at 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock Carlos Alcaraz and Lee 2. And 8:15 Lorenzo Sonego and 14 seed Tommy Paul. All right, the women's side. Yesterday's results. 2 seed Arena Sablenka over Priscilla Hone in 2. Lucia Bronzetti and Lulu Sun in a walkover in 1. 2019 Ekaterina Alexandrova and Victoria Tomova, or Alexandrova over Tomova in 3. Elena Rus over Julia Graber in 2. Clara Burrell over Solane Stevens in 3. Harriet Dart over Chloe Paquette in 2. 20 seed Victoria Azarenka and Yulia Strabdoutseva in 3. 8 seed Barbara Krejcikova over Marina Bastos Ribera in 2. 13 seed Emma Navarro over Anna Blinkova in 2. Eva Jovic over Magda Linette in 2. 19 seed Marta Kasiuk over McCartney Kessler in 2. Aaron Taxa Russ over Anna Bogdan in 2. Aljo Tamlovic over Ann Lee in 2. 14 seed Madison Keys over Katerina Siniakova in 2. Elise Mertens over Victoria Kudermetova in 3. Taylor Towson over Martina Trevisan in 2. Peyton Stearns over Lucia Sarenko in 2. Mayuka Utenjima over Tamara Korpach in 3. Maya Joint over Laura Siegman in 2. 3-seed Coco Gauff over Varvara Gracheva in 2. Tajana Maria over Solana Sierra in 2. 26-seed Paula Badosa over Victoria Golubic in 2. Annalena Kalyana over Oshani Dodin in 3. Great Minin over Magdalena Frech in 2. 24-seed Donna Vecic over Kimberly Burrell in 2. 12-seed Daria Kasakina over Jacqueline Christian in 2. Erica Andreeva over Yue Yuan in 2. 17-seed Kuwen Zhang over Amanda Anisimova in 2. 27-seed Alina Svitolina over ML Carl in 3. YF Wong over 19 Maria Sakari in a walkover in 1. Hopefully Sakari's okay. Julie Niemeyer over 32-seed Diana Yastremka in 3. Diane Parry over Zia Wong in 2. And a canceled match with John Strabor and Victoria Kudermetova. All right, today at 11 o'clock, Shui Zhang and Ashlyn Kruger, Carolina Muchova and Katie Volinet, Darius Savelli and Anna Shabara, Christina Buska and Sarah Arani, 11-seed Danielle Collins and Caroline Dolhide, Tyler Preston and 25-seed Anastasia Pavlyuchova, 31-seed Katie Bolter and Alexandra Sasnovic, Jessica Ponchette and SS Zhang. At noon, you have 1-seed Iga Swiatek and Kamila Rakhimova, 12-15 Caroline Wozniacki and Nao Hibino, 10-seed Jelena Ostapenko and Naomi Osaka, Jessica Buzas and Petra Martic, Renata Zarazua and 28-seed Caroline Garcia, 4-seed Elena Rybakina and Destiny Iva, 21-seed Mira Andreeva and Camila Osorio, Elizabeta Cacharedo and Katerina Biondel, 2-15 Anna Bondar and Bernarda Pera, Anna Carolina Svadlova and Clara Tauson, 30-seed Yulia Putintseva and Linda Noskova, Xinu Wang and Ariana Radanova, Brenda Fervitorva and Vavera Lipchenko, 3 o'clock Sarah Sorbiz and Alexandra Norell, or Alexa Norell, Lauren Davis and Anna Kalinskaya, 4:15 Beatrice Haddad Maya and Alina Amansayan. By the way, Haddad Maya, your 22 seed. Anastasia Potapova and 23 seed Layla Fernandez, Mayor Sheriff and Carolina Plinskova, Eva Liss and Marie Buskova, Nadia Podoroska and 18 seed Diana Schneider, Kiang Wong and 16 seed Ludmila Samsonova, 6 o'clock Emma Raducanu and Sophia Kennan, 7 o'clock Bianca Andreescu and 5 seed Jasmine Paolini, and 9 o'clock Shelby Rogers and Jessica Pagula. Canceled matches was Elise Mertens and SS Zhang. So there you have it for U.S. Open. Now we'll do NFL defensive end rankings. We should have done this on yesterday's show, but we forgot. So next week when it comes to like kickers, punters, we'll do kickers and punters on the same show. So the defensive end rankings has 54 players on it. So without further ado, here we go. 54, Elijah Chapman, Giants. 53, Justin Jones, Cardinals. 52, Jonathan Bullard, Vikings. 51, Larry Ogunjobi, Steelers. 50, Bilal Nichols, Cardinals. 49, Logan Hall, Buccaneers. 48, Morgan Fox, Chargers. 47, Draymond Jones, Seahawks. 46, Sebastian Joseph Day, Titans. 45, Kalijah Kancey, Bucks. 44, Cleveland Farrell, Commanders. 43, DeMarcus Walker, Bears. 42, Dorrance Armstrong, Commanders. 41, Jerron Reed, Seahawks. 40, Broderick Washington, Ravens. 39, Keon White, Patriots. 38, Zach Harrison, Falcons. 37, Ashawn Robinson, Panthers. 36, Leatu Latu, Colts. 35, Brandon Fisk, Rams. 34, Tavon Walker, Jaguars. 33, George Karlaftis, Chiefs. 32, Zach Allen, Broncos. 31, Mike Donna, Chiefs. 30, Leonard Floyd, 49ers. 29, AJ Epinesa, Bills. 28, Sam Hubbard, Bengals. 27, Malcolm Kuntz, Raiders. 26, Milton Williams, Eagles. 25, Zach Sealer, Dolphins. 24, John Franklin Myers, Broncos. 23, Carl Granderson, Saints. 22, Kwity Paye, Colts. 21, Preston Smith, Packers. 20, Marcus Davenport, Lions. 19, Hassan Reddick, Jets. 18, Cam Jordan, Saints. 17, Jermaine Johnson, Jets. 16, Calais Campbell, Dolphins. 15, Zadarius Smith, Browns. 14, Danielle Hunter, Texans. 13, Trey Hendrickson, Bengals. 12, Rashawn Gary, Packers. 11, Derek Brown, Panthers. 10, Greg Rousseau, Bills. 9, Montez Sweat, Bears. 8, Josh Hines Allen, Jaguars. 7, Aiden Hutchinson, Lions. 6, Will Anderson Jr., Texans. 5, DeMarcus Lawrence, Cowboys. 4, Max Crosby, Ravens. 3, Micah Parsons, Cowboys. 2, Nick Bosa, 49ers. And number 1, Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns. You can make a case for anybody in the top 4 to be number 1, but those are the clear top 4 in my opinion. Then DeMarcus Lawrence. And then Aiden Hutchinson and Will Anderson, to me, are on the same tier. And even Josh Allen, or Josh Hines Allen. I'm kind of glad he did that, because so nobody can confuse him for the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. Montez Sweat, the Bears signed him long-term. Greg Rousseau's really good. Derek Brown had his best year last season. Rashawn Gary's really good. And there's a lot of guys that are awesome in the teens on this list. So, there you have it for the defensive end rankings. Now I'm going to do a future for the portfolio. So, I was thinking either college or NFL, because the season's about to start, and tomorrow night is when I'm going to do the big predictions show. If not tomorrow night, then Thursday. The SEC, I think, is an interesting conference. There's a lot of teams that can conceivably win this conference. But there's a team that I'm looking at that just brings a lot of guys back, but I have questions at the quarterback position. And there's a team I like in the ACC that their odds at some places dropped, but they're still sitting there at 10-1. They still have their quarterback. I know they barely survived against Nevada, but I still think that this team could surprise a lot of people and win the ACC. They have a loaded team, and that's the SMU Mustangs. I'm going to take them at 12-1. I'm going to lay a 20th of a unit on it for SMU to win the ACC. Okay, now move on to the news and notes for today. And oh, by the way, that doesn't mean I'm picking SMU to win the conference. I'm not sure who I'm going to pick to win the conference. I have ideas. Let's go to news and notes. So Barcelona may beat out Bayern for TA, so that is huge for soccer. There's an NIL logo on a football field, as UConn's Collective is first to have spot on the FBS field. Bad news for the Red Sox. Marcelo Mayer done for the season, dealing with a lumbar strain. Probably the right move to sit him for the year. I think Red Sox fans were looking forward to him coming up, but not. How about this? Lane Riggs dislocated his shoulder after his first career NASCAR win. Wow. hopefully he's okay. But the biggest news of yesterday, CeeDee Lamb finally gets paid. 4-year extension, $136 million. Highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So good on the Cowboys for locking up their star receiver, but they're not finished. They have more work to do. They have to lock up Dak if they chose to go that route, as honestly they should, because you never know with these quarterbacks. But I think it also depends on how their season goes. And then one of these teams that overachieve and have no long-term future at quarterback are going to sign him, like, who the hell knows, like the Giants or Pittsburgh or somebody like that, or like if Will Levis doesn't work out, maybe the Titans, maybe Deshaun Watson flops and it's the Browns, but like someone's going to sign Dak Prescott, or if Bryce Young looks like a complete bust, the Panthers can sign him, but someone's going to sign Dak Prescott if the Cowboys stink this year and bottom out and decide to go with the rookie next year. Someone's going to sign Dak, and then they better sign Parsons too. We talked about Danny Jansen yesterday becoming the first MLB player to play for 2 different teams in the same game. But the reason why that happened, I got to explain to this because it was just so confusing. This was a suspended game that resumed yesterday. And Danny Jansen was the catcher for the Blue Jays. And then when the game resumed, he was catching for the Red Sox, and the Blue Jays had the pinch hit for him. So that's how that worked. The Big 12 did not vote on UConn as conference presidents held informational call reviewing Huskies media and market value. That would be huge if UConn went to the Big 12 from a basketball standpoint. But football, UConn is not good at football. So the only sport where it would really matter in a big way would be basketball. And the best conference in football would be the best conference in the history of sports, perhaps, if they added UConn. So Paul George compares Cooper Flagg to Michael Beasley. He says he thinks the world of Cooper Flagg. At that size, can score, can play make, super talented, just a game changer. I think the world of Cooper Flagg. That's what Paul George said about the projected 2025 number 1 overall pick. Guys that are in trade rumors include Texans wide receiver John Mechie III. I think that would be a good pickup for somebody like the Giants or Dallas, even Cincinnati, with the situation with T. Higgins. And the Broncos may trade Samaje Perine, and teams are also eyeing Tim Patrick. So Denver could be making some significant changes. Another trade, Malik Willis got traded to the Packers for a 2025 7th-round pick. That was just a bust for Tennessee. And then the next year they drafted Levis. And then Dak and Stephon Parsons deals are not close. Micah Parsons. I don't know why I said Stephon Parsons. That was weird. Aaron Gordon's changing his number in honor of his brother Drew, as he's changing his number to 32. So that's awesome. Titans linebacker Chance Campbell out for the season as he tore his ACL. That's brutal for Tennessee. Uchenna Nwosu likely out 2 to 6 weeks with a sprained MCL. Not ideal for Seattle. Panthers rookie running back Jonathan Brooks on the PUP list for the first 4 games of the season because of a knee injury. Not great for Carolina. TJ Hawkinson to stay on the PUP list as he missed the first 4 games but is expected to return this season. They could use him back. Juan Soto can get $500 million in free agency as the Yankees and the Mets are the top suitors. The Juan Soto free agency is just too much of a distraction, I think. And you could argue that for the Mets in a weird way, too. But, I mean, it really... hasn't distracted the Yankees all that much because they're in first place. But if they were having a tumultuous season like last year, it would have been a monster distraction, like how Carmelo Anthony's free agency was a big distraction. The Knicks had a bad season in 13-14, but they ended up re-signing Melo anyway. Although the Yankees had a good season in Judge's free agency year, they just got swept by the Astros, and then that became a distraction in the playoffs. But the media and the Yankees need to make sure this is not a distraction in the playoffs, like how Judge's was in the playoffs 2 years ago. O'Neal Cruz is playing center field as they're moving their shortstop to the outfield moving forward. That's interesting. Blake Snell defends Scott Boras as he rejects Drew Montgomery's criticism of Boras. A couple soccer reports on James Rodriguez signs for Rayo. So that's a huge deal. And then Barca registers Dani Olmo as he can finally make debut with him or with Barca. So that's big news there as well. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. So yesterday's best bet obviously worked out. I'm going to lay the same amount. A 20th of a unit. And my pick is going to be this is a hard one. I mean, I just don't see a world where the Marlins and the Rockies combine for over 11 runs. So, I'm going to do the under 11 in the Marlins-Rockies game. That's just too high. If that's a 5-4 game, then that's a win. 6-4 hits. 7-4 is a push, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I'm banking on this being like a 6-3 game either way, or 6-4. So I'm going to go under 11, minus 105 for my best bet of the day between the Marlins and the Rockies. All right, so there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything, look ahead to everything tomorrow. I'll do outside linebacker rankings. We have another golf pick to give out, U.S. Open, and so much more. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.